If jazz is a religion, Louis Armstrong is its chief prophet. They called him Satchmo, Pops, and the King of Jazz, but no nickname could truly capture the scale of his influence. Rising from the poorest neighborhoods of New Orleans, he literally blew his way to global recognition through the bell of his horn. Louis Armstrong was the man who taught music how to smile even when the heart was heavy. His voice resembling gravel scraping against velvet and his trumpet, capable of reaching the heavens, altered the DNA of popular culture. On the Genre Bender, we explore how this man became the planet's first pop idol, taught the world to improvise, and proved that sincerity is more important than vocal standards. We will break down 20 great moments of his career, from spirituals to Hollywood hits, to understand how a reformed schoolboy became a symbol of hope and humanity in the turbulent 20th century. Let's dive into the world of the great Louis. Are you ready to watch? Get comfortable. Let's go. Next song. What a wonderful world.
I see them blue for me and you.
In the late 60s, while the world was torn by war and social upheaval, Armstrong recorded a song that became an anthem of optimism. It wasn't jazz in its purest form. It was a message from an old master to future generations.
Bye. I see friends shaking hands.
Recorded in 1967, this song became Armstrong's swan song. Surprisingly, it wasn't an immediate hit in the US. The label had hated it and refused to promote it. However, in Britain, it instantly soared to #1. This composition is a perfect example of a genre bend. Jazz phrasing meets pop orchestration. Armstrong sings of simple things, blue skies, friends, and babies, and his raspy voice carries such depth of experience that the song transforms into a prayer.
To myself,
It has become one of the most covered songs in history, yet the original remains unsurpassed. Louis proved that greatness lies not in the complexity of chords, but in the ability to project light even in the darkest of times. It is an absolute masterpiece that cemented his status as the grandfather of all humanity.
What a wonderful world.
Next song. Hello, Dolly.
If you back where you belong, you look it.
In 1964, the music world was gripped by Beatlemania. It seemed no one could knock the Fab Four from the top. No one, except a 62-year-old veteran with a wide grin and a golden trumpet.
When Louis Armstrong recorded the title theme for the musical Hello, Dolly, he didn't expect much, but the song became a sensation. It knocked the Beatles off the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100, making Armstrong the oldest artist to ever top the chart. This was a triumph of charisma. In this song, Armstrong demonstrates his scat singing mastery and incomparable timing.
Swell, darling, I get to, darling.
His way of pulling notes and shifting accents turned a theatrical tune into a jazz standard. The success of Hello, Dolly showed that the classic American school of entertainment could still dominate if a master of this caliber took the lead. It was a victory for the old guard in the era of rock and roll, confirming the universality of Satchmo's talent.
It's playing one of our both favorite tunes from way back.
Next song. When the Saints Go Marching In. New Orleans is the birthplace of jazz and the birthplace of Louis. This march was originally performed at funerals, but Armstrong turned it into a celebration of life that made the whole planet dance, from Parisian cafes to the Kremlin.
Yes, I won't.
This song is the DNA of New Orleans. Armstrong recorded it in 1938, turning a church hymn into a secular pop hit. Before him, no one dared to perform this spiritual at such a breakneck tempo. It was in The Saints that Louis's talent as a great communicator shone. He involves the listener, making them march along with the band. The song became the calling card of his all-stars ensemble. Here, Armstrong's trumpet sounds like a call to freedom, and his vocal improvisations set the standard for audience engagement. This was a powerful genre transition from ritual music to mass entertainment, which secured jazz's reputation as the most joyful music on earth.
Saints to my day. Ah, y'all sing pretty.
Next song. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Armstrong never forgot his roots or the suffering of his people. In his repertoire, there was always room for a deep sadness, which, in his performance, gained nobility and an epic scale.
This classic African-American spiritual sounds like a personal confession when performed by Armstrong. Louis, who knew poverty and discrimination firsthand, invests an incredible weight of pain and dignity into every word. Here, he uses a more restrained, deep singing style. The trumpet in this recording doesn't exult. It cries, mimicking the human voice. This is an example of a jazzman returning to the roots of blues and religious chants. Armstrong proves that his showman mask is only part of his persona, while inside lives a profound artist capable of channeling the tragedy of an entire people. It is one of the most emotionally heavy yet beautiful recordings of his career.
Nobody.
Next song.
Now in Israel
Let My People Go, Go Down, Moses.
they could not stand.
Let my people go.
Biblical stories in a jazz arrangement became a way for Armstrong to speak about freedom and equality. The thunderous voice of the prophet Moses in his performance became a political manifesto disguised as music.
Understand.
Let my people go.
Armstrong's version of Go Down Moses is a monumental work. His low, rumbling bass is perfect for the image of a biblical leader. In the 1950s, at the height of the civil rights movement, this song resonated with particular intensity. Armstrong transforms a spiritual into a powerful anthem of liberation.
To let my people go.
Let my people.
The backing choir emphasizes the epic nature of the moment, while the trumpet solo rings out like the horns of Jericho. This is a vivid example of how Satchmo masterfully combined religious tradition and jazz expression. The song became an international symbol of the struggle against oppression, showing Armstrong not just as an entertainer, but as a significant cultural figure.
Moses,
Way down in Egypt.
Next song. Satchmo. Louis was a citizen of the world. He was adored in France, and he reciprocated by recording a French hit in his unique style, blending Parisian chic with New Orleans drive.
Satchmo, as performed by Armstrong, is pure flirtation. Recorded in 1950, the song became a bridge between American and European cultures. Louis pronounces French phrases with his characteristic accent, giving the track incredible charm. Here, he acts as a gallant gentleman and a cheerful tourist. Musically, it is light, swinging pop jazz where the trumpet plays the role of a playful conversationalist. The success of this song confirmed Armstrong's status as a global ambassador of jazz. He showed that the language of jazz is universal and can easily assimilate even the most refined French chanson, turning it into a hot and lively performance.
It's so good. Ah, yes.
Next song. The Bare Necessities. Even the world of Disney couldn't resist Satchmo's magic. His participation in the Jungle Book soundtrack gave us the most philosophical and relaxed version of a song about life's values.
Bees are buzzing in the trees to make some honey.
Although Phil Harris sang the song in the movie, Louis Armstrong's version became the gold standard. It perfectly fit his life philosophy. Don't worry, enjoy what you have, and find happiness in the small things. In this recording, Armstrong sounds like a wise old Baloo the bear. His rasp and easy rhythm turn a children's song into a jazz manifesto for hedonism.
Look for the bare necessities.
The use of scat and improvised remarks between lines creates a sense of total freedom. This is an example of how Armstrong adapted to modern mass culture without losing his identity. His version is a remedy for stress, recorded by the greatest master of relaxation in music history.
Just relax in my backyard.
If you liked the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the Genre Bender channel.
Next song,
Just dig that scenery floating
High Society.
to be in high society, high so.
Technical perfection and virtuosity were always the foundation of his playing. In this classic standard, Armstrong demonstrates why he was considered the best trumpeter in the world, combining complex passages with incredible ease.
Started lately a new affair, and now the silly chick is gonna marry.
High Society is a competency test for any jazz trumpeter. Armstrong performed it for decades and every time was a masterclass. His performance in the film High Society alongside Bing Crosby is particularly notable. Here, Louis demonstrates incredible breath control and precision in the high register.
We're now approaching Newport, Rhode Island. We've been for
His solo is an architecturally sound construction where every note is in its place. Despite the elite title, the song retains the street energy of New Orleans in Louis's hands. It is pure swing, showing that no technical limits existed for Armstrong. He could play fast and loud while remaining perfectly melodic.
Can you dig old Satchmo swinging in the beautiful house?
Next song,
Now the pale moon shines
When It's Sleepy Time Down South.
me, boy, because I know, oh, babe, when it's sleepy time.
Every Lee concert began with this melody. It was his letter hum, a reminder of the southern sun and lazy evenings that shaped his soul and his music.
Keep those Southland with a dreamy sound.
This song became Armstrong's official theme in the early 30s. Despite controversies surrounding the lyrics, which some found stereotypical, Louis saw in it a deep nostalgia for his roots. In his performance, it sounds like a majestic anthem to the South. The slow tempo, thick vocals, and singing trumpet create an atmosphere of southern heat.
I'm downtown, soft wind blowing.
Armstrong performed it thousands of times, and every time it sounded sincere. It was his way of connecting with the past and bringing a piece of the New Orleans spirit to any stage in the world. The song became a symbol of his personal history, a bridge between a difficult childhood and the brilliant future he built with his own hands.
Next song, Struttin' with Some Barbecue. In the 1920s, Armstrong revolutionized music with his Hot 5 and Hot 7 groups. One track from that era became the benchmark for early jazz, where humor and virtuosity merged into one.
Recorded in 1927, this composition is a monument to the Hot 5 era of jazz. Written by his wife, Little Hardin, the song provided the perfect stage for Louis's solo heroics. Here he is young, bold, and possesses an incredibly powerful attack. The solo in Struttin is considered one of the most influential in history. Thousands of musicians have studied it. Armstrong breaks the old style of collective improvisation here, pushing the trumpet to the forefront. This was the birth of the jazz soloist as the main figure on stage. The light, walking rhythm and virtuoso passages made this track immortal.
Next song,
You ain't gonna see me.
So Long Dearie.
Don't you come a-knocking at my door.
Farewells always came easily to Louis on stage, but with a large dose of showmanship. In this number from Hello, Dolly, he shows how to exit gracefully, leaving the audience in total delight.
Yes, I can hear that choo-choo.
Another gem from the era of musicals. In So Long Dearie, Armstrong showcases his comedic talent. His vocal play, teasing the lyrics, and characteristic interjections turn the song into a mini-play. Louis masterfully uses pauses for comic effect.
And them what when
The All-Stars Orchestra sounds like a single organism here, supporting their leader. This song is an example of how Armstrong, in his later years, became an absolute master of the variety genre. He didn't just sing, he lived the story, making the listener his accomplice.
calling me on to a fancy
Next song.
To spend one night
That's My Desire.
and rim money.
Romance in Armstrong's performance was never sugary. It was real, masculine, and a bit sharp, like a good whiskey. His declaration of love sounded weighty and honest.
Wheels
In this song, Armstrong often performed as a duet with Velma Middleton. Their vocal back and forth is a classic of jazz humor and sensuality. Louis sings of passion with his signature raspy voice, which lends the words a special conviction. His trumpet in this track plays a more lyrical, enveloping role.
with you.
This is an example of adult pop music from the 40s and 50 seconds, where jazz techniques were used to create a romantic atmosphere. Armstrong shows his vulnerability and tenderness here. The song became a big hit, confirming that Satchmo could be more than just the funny guy, he was a deep lyricist as well.
Sip a little glass of wine.
Next song. Dinah. Scat singing is when the voice becomes an instrument. In this old song, Armstrong perfected this art, turning nonsense syllables into the most meaningful music in the world.
Armstrong's performance of Dinah, especially live versions from the 30s, is a whirlwind of energy. He uses scat so actively that the lyrics almost disappear, yielding to pure sound. His vocal improvisations mimic trumpet playing and vice versa. This was a revolutionary approach for the time. Armstrong destroyed the barrier between singer and instrumentalist. In Dinah, he demonstrates an incredible sense of humor, literally juggling notes. This track had a colossal influence on all future jazz vocalists, from Ella Fitzgerald to modern masters. If you liked the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the Genre Bender channel.
Next song.
found my thrill.
Blueberry Hill.
When I found you.
Sometimes Armstrong stepped into the territory of early rock and roll. This melodic song with its piano riffs became one of his major pop successes, proving his charm knew no genre boundaries.
We made one never to be.
While everyone knows Fats Domino's version, Armstrong's 1949 performance is something special. It is softer, jazzier, and more intimate. Louis sings it with that fatherly warmth that would become his trademark in later years.
Bring my heart with me.
The piano accompaniment sets the rhythm, while Armstrong's trumpet delicately weaves into the melody at the end. It's a perfect crossover hit that appealed to jazz lovers and the general public alike. It sounds remarkably modern even today. Armstrong acts here as both a keeper of tradition and an innovator.
Love, sweet melody.
Next song. Royal Royal Garden Blues. Let's head back to the big band era. This blues is a tribute to a legendary Chicago establishment. In it, Armstrong demonstrates the power of his orchestra and the flawless Dixieland style.
Performed by the All-Stars, this song sounds like a gold standard of collective drive. Armstrong acts as the wise captain of the ship. His solos are short but incredibly potent. This track captures the spirit of old jazz carried into a new era. A crisp rhythm, powerful brass, and an overall festive atmosphere, this is what made the world fall in love with Louis's music. Royal Garden Blues shows how Armstrong could preserve the structure of classic jazz while making it attractive to massive audiences.
Next song.
A notorious wallflower became the life of the party.
Skeleton in the Closet.
Cheerful trance when the skeleton is
Armstrong loved the cinema and often appeared in unusual roles. This song from a musical film is a rare example of Louis' Halloween humor, seasoned with his inimitable artistry.
such hilarious groan when the skeleton is.
Recorded for the film Pennies from Heaven 1936, this song shows Armstrong's eccentric side. He sings about a skeleton in the closet with such zest that fear turns into fun. In the video version of this number, Louis demonstrates amazing facial expressions.
The spooks were having their midnight fling.
Musically, it's a fast swing with a very technical trumpet solo. This case is interesting for how Armstrong worked with thematic material, turning it into a full-fledged jazz statement. It has become a cult favorite among collectors of early sound cinema.
In the closet, rattle his bones.
Next song. Tiger Rag. Speed, pressure, and flawless technique. In this classic number, Armstrong challenges himself, turning an old ragtime piece into a demonstration of superhuman trumpet capabilities.
Armstrong performed Tiger Rag at incredibly fast tempos. His recordings from the 30s are a shock to the ears. The number of notes per second and the precision of intonation are still staggering. It was his way of showing young competitors who the boss was. The trumpet literally growls and explodes in his hands. In this song, Louis uses every possibility of the instrument from glissandos to extremely high notes. For the history of the genre bender, this is an example of how jazz became athletic and virtuoso.
Next song.
Yeah, you ain't no good at all, boy.
A Rhapsody in Black and Blue.
I'll be glad when you're dead, you Rhapsody. I'll be glad.
Music as a way to fight injustice. In this short film, Armstrong showed that the life of an African American is full of contradictions, and jazz is the only way to reconcile these two worlds.
As I said before, I'll be glad when you're dead, you Rhapsody.
This 1932 project is one of the first examples of a music video. Armstrong appears in a role that would later be criticized for its stereotyping, but the music itself is genius. He sings about being black and blue, a reference to both bruises and skin color being his fate. His performance carries a bitter irony.
Laughing, grinning in my face, trying to bite me in the back of my wife, you old dog. Look at that.
The trumpet solo in this Rhapsody is one of the most lyrical of his career. It is an important historical document showing the conditions in which great jazzmen had to work. Armstrong managed to carry his art through any scenario, making music the ultimate purpose of existence.
Next song.
Throw away your troubles, dream a dream of me.
Lazy River.
Two bright lights as we stroll along.
Relaxation is the highest form of mastery. In this song, Armstrong shows how to be modern simply by slowing down the rhythm and letting the music flow like the Great Mississippi River.
Armstrong's 1931 version of Lazy River was a revolution in phrasing. He sings the lyrics as if talking to a friend, constantly changing the rhythm and adding his own commentary, "Oh, you river." This foreshadowed everything from Sinatra's style to modern R&B.
Dreamer, dreamer, yes. Up the lazy river.
In this recording, Louis is maximally relaxed. The trumpet echoes his voice, creating the feeling of a lazy summer day. For the channel, this is a key moment, a demonstration of how Armstrong broke the rigid grid of rhythm, making music live and breathe.
Next song. I can't give you anything but love.
That's the only thing I'm plenty of.
We conclude our marathon with an absolute standard of love. Armstrong recorded this song many times, but each time it sounded as if he were declaring his feelings to the world for the first time.
This standard as performed by Louis became canonical. He sings about having no money but having love, a story that was very close to him. His vocals here are a combination of tenderness and power. Armstrong makes the song deeply personal. The trumpet solo in the middle is a model of melodic construction that musicians have been quoting for 100 years. Closing the selection with this song, we see Armstrong at his best, sincere, talented, and infinitely in love with life itself.
Baby, gee, I'd like to see you looking swell.
Louis Armstrong passed away in 1971, but his smile and his trumpet remain with us forever. He was the man who brought jazz out of the basements and onto the world stage, teaching us to improvise not just in music, but in life. We have traveled through 20 great songs, each a facet of his immense talent. From the poverty of New Orleans to triumphing over the Beatles, Armstrong always remained himself, sincere, daring, and infinitely kind. Thank you for exploring this legend with the genre bender. Remember, this world truly is wonderful if you look at it through Satchmo's eyes. Subscribe, like, and stay on the wave of real music. See you in the next episode.
If you liked the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the Genre Bender channel.